All right, happy Friday. Coming up this weekend, got the NBA All-Star festivities. Yawn. The All-Star game itself has become one of the biggest jokes in all of pro sports, yes? John, nobody plays any defense?
This is correct.
And they've tried so many things. Like, it was East and West when I was growing up, and then they did the captains drafting teams. Hey, we'll go like schoolyard pickup basketball and try to create a little bit of fun. Then they did USA versus the world. Now they're doing a round robin with 3 different teams. You have USA Stars, USA Stripes, and the world. And it's going to be these like 12-minute games round robin.
Yeah.
They keep trying things, John, and nothing.
The NBA had the Elam ending.
Yeah, I forgot about that. The Elam ending.
Which I thought was cool.
They're trying stuff.
But the issue is effort and want to. And along with the effort and want to in a quote-unquote meaningless game, it's just not, it's hard to generate that.
I think in their head, they're like, we want to put on a show, so we'll jack up threes and hit crazy shots and alley-oop dunks, but there's no defense.
Right.
And maybe in the last couple minutes, maybe. But you mentioned effort. Did you see how they broke out the teams this year? One of them, Team Stars, USA Stars, has Cade Cunningham, Jalen Duren, and they're coached by J.B. Bickerstaff. Is there a chance, John, that the Pistons' DNA just finds its way into those games and they actually play a little bit of defense? Could the Pistons save the All-Star game?
No. Now you could have Cade go out there and quote unquote give his best effort on both ends. Same with Jalen Duren, and maybe you'll end up like with a moment where it's like Sean Taylor in the Pro Bowl who completely decapitates a punter.
That poor punter,
right? But that's just how Sean was.
Yep.
Like you couldn't take the dog out of him. It just, if you're going to put on pads and a helmet, that's how he was going to play. Not everybody's built that way.
His team, Bickerstaff's team with Cade and Duren, they have Devin Booker, Scotty Barnes, Ant Edwards, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Johnson from the Hawks, and Tyrese Maxey. You need more buy-in than just 1 or 2 guys.
You do.
But it would be awesome if they took it seriously and said, hey, we're the Pistons. This is Team Pistons. We got the Pistons coach. Best player on the team's a Piston. The guy at the rim who's going to have to contest shots is a Piston. We're going to play effing defense.
Right. I mean, so then you could end up with an all-star game where, it's, where you have one team score 115 points and the other one score 45. Like the other team is going to be like, you want to play defense? Go ahead.
It's all you do.
Yeah, it's all you guys. Hey, we'll take the L.
Which turns into a bad game still.
In and of itself,
so maybe nothing can save it, or maybe I'll throw it out to you guys. And John, we ask the audience, like, is there anything that can save the NBA All-Star game?
No, so a lot of times I hear, well, why did it used to matter versus why doesn't it matter now? And I mean, All-Star games have always not necessarily had the same juice as any regular season game, but you did used to see more effort in the games. And I think a large part of it is players are making so much money now. And I get the risk of injury and the loss of income if you get hurt in an all-star game, because I don't know what the players are making for the all-star game. What do they get, $100,000, $500,000? Like, and to all of us, that'd be like, oh yeah, man, I'm going to go out there and give great effort. But to them, if you're making $40 million in a season,
drop in the bucket.
Yeah, it's not the same. But then you go back 40 years and players aren't making the same amount of money. And then it is about my brand, and it's national TV. Everybody gets to see me.
Well, that's a key. Now everybody's on TV.
Right.
Everybody's got a spotlight. I can watch every game of any team I want. If I'm willing to pay and do so, I can.
I honestly, really, with all-star games, I just simply think they should say, hey, we're gonna name an all-star team, and we could have an all-star weekend where we do a lot of the charity events, especially if it's mid-season like it is in every sport except for football. You could have the charity events. You could have the home run derby. You could have the slam dunk contest, the 3-point contest, whatever other little things you're going to do. Have those. Have a day on the ice where, hey, for 2 hours, fans can come and see the skills. And I think the Pro Bowl is set aside because I think it's all become very silly. But for the other 3 sports, like you could have those skills competitions and make it entertaining enough for the fans, and one that's broadcastable, but just don't have the game. I think the games just they're dying an extremely awful, painful, slow death. And which league is going to be the first to say we're not going to have an all-star game?
Just pull the plug. Is there anything you could do to save these all-star games? The NBA's this weekend. You got a couple Pistons in the game. 248-539-9797. Did you see Nick Wright had an idea?
No.
Oh, John's never heard this audio. This will be great. Nick Wright, you see him on Fox Sports. This was on the Bill Simmons podcast.
Yeah, I don't listen to him very often because he's kind of bizarre.
Well, we've jokingly called him Nick Wrong when he got way out in front of the Bears. They're going to be in the Super Bowl. Oops. That was Caleb's rookie year. I think he said they were going to be in the Super Bowl, not even with Ben Johnson. But anyway, this is Nick Wright on Bill Simmons' podcast, How to Make the NBA All-Star Game Better. White guys and black guys. It's ridiculous. It would never happen. And even if it happened, it would not happen every year. This is not a long-term solution.
I do have a question that's it is half serious and it is half joking.
Yeah.
Who gets Cade?
See, I don't want to get into this.
Okay.
Which culture do you more identify with? We don't need to be doing that.
Do we need to do the Dave Chappelle racial draft? Tiger Woods.
You can play half for one team and half for the other. See, this is what I don't want to do.
Oh, my.
It's what I don't want to do. There's just so much more uncomfortability if you made this a reality.
That's
Well, like Mike and Rico brought this up a little yesterday. Again, the absurdity of this. And then Rico was like, be very careful if you plan a watch party for this. It could go south in a hurry. I think the guys behind the glass noted it might be more of a rally at that point. You got to be very careful with it. So what are real ideas? 248-539-9797. I can't believe you didn't see this. This is everywhere.
Not.
Let's get to Jesse and Warren. Jesse, help out the NBA if you can.
Hey, guys. Good morning. Good morning, Heather. For me, I think it's going to take a star, right? And I think we have a budding star that has that kind of intensity in San Antonio. Victor Wembanyama has been highly critical of the way teams are, like, say, Utah are tanking.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to take the All-Star game serious. One of the guys on Team Piston is Chet Holmgren, who he doesn't like. They don't like each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're going to see Lee Slim really go hard, and with Cade and Duran, hopefully that activates some competitive juices. But it's going to take a star to say, you know what? I'm out here because I want to play basketball, I want to compete, and I want to go hard. And I think a superstar like Victor Wembanyama is the guy to start getting to that point. I don't know what you guys think, but, I mean, everything I've heard from Vic says he intends to play and play hard.
Well, I love to hear that. The problem is his teammates have to hold up their end of the bargain, too. His all-star teammates, thank you, his all-star teammates, like Luka's notorious for not playing defense in real games, let alone the all-star game, and that's going to be the guy who's playing a ton of minutes on Team World.
But he's not a defensive player anyway. I mean, that's just his game.
But move your feet. Put your hands in the air. Come on.
Yeah, like you just don't care.
I'm with you. But like I said, I think I think once you see Vic swat somebody, these guys don't want to go out there and get their salad stuffed by Vic. And as soon as that happens, people are going to start.
Jesse, they don't want to get their what?
Let's not repeat it.
We don't need to repeat it.
Yeah.
They don't want to get their what? To who?
Yeah, they don't want to get
rejected at the rim.
Right.
Embarrassed. Punked. Their salads? Never mind.
Yeah.
This text says, what if you make it a 3-on-3 tournament? You still put 18 guys in, and now you've got more of a Gus Macker style. And, by the way, I think it's easier to hold your teammate accountable for not playing defense when it's just the three of you guys as opposed to the one guy saying, hey, why is everybody getting to the rim?
Sure. And wasn't there conversation about a one-on-one?
I would love to see it. But that's like a replace the dunk contest or add it to the 3-point week.
Right, and get rid of the All-Star game because all it's going to take is, and maybe Wemby does come out and he plays hard for the entire time, and maybe Cade does and Jalen Duran, and they beat the opponents by 50 points. It's still, okay, hey, hats off to you. We'll give you a little golf clap. But it doesn't do anything for the game. And then all it's going to take is one of those guys to sprain an ankle. And now everybody's going to be, I told you so, and everybody's going to look at it like, what are we doing?
Quick phone call, then we'll get to John and near-death stories. Matthew Judon Sr. You're on 97.1.
Thank you, Matthew Judon Sr. No, I'm Michael. That's my son, is Matthew.
Sorry, that's what the screener says. My bad, dude.
Morning. No, you're good. Good morning, everyone. Appreciate your show. I listen to it coming to work and this, that, and the other. Very funny. This is what I think that the pros should do in all the sports. You pick, you know what I'm saying, if you get picked for the whatever, the All-Star game or whatever their mid-season classic is, choose somebody that's in the college ranks that, you may admire or you may think that's good or whatever it may be. Let them participate in the game, but also give them the experience to allow them to see what it's like to be in that atmosphere. So when they do become pros or whatever it may be, they won't be like just, mystified for it.
Try to generate some
yeah.
I think the college players would take it more seriously because now they're trying to prove themselves. Oh, sorry. Did you have a follow-up question?
Yeah, that's why I raised my finger. I was going to ask him something.
Oh.
Then you hung up on him.
I did. We're late.
Yes, we are.
I don't want to shortchange you any of your near-death storytelling.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was going to ask him, when did you go from, hey, Mr. Judon to, that's Matthew's dad? Because I've gone through that as well, right? I lived my life, and I've had people say, "Oh, that's John Jansen," and now when I get introduced at some things, hey, there's Jack's dad, and I'm 100% okay with that. I want to know because we introduced him as Matthew Judon Sr.
That's what the little thing.
No, I know it did, but when did you go from Mike to, hey, that's Matt's dad?
I thought you wanted to ask him if his son was going to sign with the Lions.
Yeah, no.
All right, we'll get to John's story next. 97.1.